Hi, GMO-free Idahoans. Jenny Easley and Leslie Stoddard are here with Tom Stevens to talk to him about his oil, Extravagonzo Gourmet.
Extravagonzo Gourmet Foods.
Extravagonzo Gourmet Foods. And we're here to talk to him about his products that he produces and find out more about these delicious oils. So the first thing we'd like to know, Tom, is how did you get started with your oils and what inspired you to create these?
Well, I had been using a competitor's roasted garlic olive oil product for years, and it was over Thanksgiving weekend of 2006. I was doing my spuds and eggs with his product, and I looked at that and I said to myself, I can do better. I had an idea to roast the garlic in grapeseed oil, and I went ahead and did that and made some that was just absolutely beautiful. So I packaged up a big batch of about 2 gallons on my kitchen stove and sent it off to family and friends for the holidays, and everybody raved about it. So I just started making some phone calls and never really looked back. You know, now I have 4 oils. I have them blended in California. I have the roasted garlic, I have a Meyer lemon, a blood orange, and a red chili oil. They're all 20% grapeseed oil. That adds a really nice, nutty, buttery consistency to it. Very high in antioxidants and vitamin E. And it somehow magically brightens the flavors. They really are that spectacular. And I also have a white and a dark balsamic vinegar. So.
Yeah, the oils are just delicious. I was able to sample them all when you were doing some sampling at our new grocery store. Pronounce it for me one more time.
Rose Hours?
Rose Hours, and I haven't heard it pronounced out loud. And they are just absolutely delicious. And I just wanted to find out where you sell these at.
Oh, here in town?
Here in town and just wherever else. Where are you selling these?
Okay, well, my first account was right here in Boise, the Boise Co-op. They are still one of my strongest accounts. They're wonderful to work with. They do a fabulous job in the community and very helpful. I've got them at Real Foods here in town, this small seafood market that is just wonderful. If you haven't been, you have to go. It's Real Foods, spelled R-E-E-L, like a fishing reel. Let's see, where else here in town? The 2 new grocery stores, Rose Hours and Natural Grocers. I am in 3 regions of Whole Foods, and those would be the Pacific Northwest region, the Texas region, and the Northern California region. And I've got a smattering of accounts all over the country. You can go to my website, which is extravagonzofoods.com, and I've got a list of most of my accounts there.
And we'll provide a link on our website to your website as well, so that people can get linked in there. So can you tell us a little bit about the oils that you use and where you get them from and what your standards are for the oils?
Certainly. I have the oils and the vinegars blended down in California. The olive oil we import from either Argentina, Spain, or Tunisia, depending upon the season. We like to get it just as fresh as possible. And the grapeseed oil comes in from Spain. They're blended, as I say, down in California. We use an extra virgin first cold pressed olive oil. That is a combination of 3 varieties of the pressings from 3 varieties of olives. There's actually 700 different varieties of olives, which surprised the heck out of me. Excuse me. So we've come up with a Shemlili, a Shahali, and a Sahli, S-A-H-L-I. Don't know how it's pronounced properly. Oil, and one of them is a very fruity oil. Another one is very peppery, intense at the back of the throat, and the other one is just kind of a nutty, buttery consistency. And when combined, they're just a beautiful base for our infusions. I use 20% grapeseed oil in my culinary oils. It's very high in antioxidants and vitamin E, and it also adds a nice, nutty, buttery consistency to it along with somehow it magically brightens the flavors. It really does. It's quite amazing. It has to be pressed. The temperature cannot go above 83 degrees Fahrenheit during the processing. And there's one of the oils that is one of the primary constituents of olive oil. It's oleic oil or oleic acid. You have to fall within a certain range of acidity in order to qualify as extra virgin. And the extra virgin category is the first pressing of the olive, so it is the most nutritious, most flavorful, and it is just a real pleasure to use. Now the lower grades from extra virgin, then you go to virgin, and then there's a light and a pure. Most of those have had some solvent processing. Some of them, you get down to the bottom level, which is called a pumice oil, is really used, or should really only be used for industrial applications. It's not very healthy to have. So I chose the extra virgin, and early on, I could have started by just using a jug oil, a nice, I call them jug oils, a very inexpensive extra virgin olive oil, but I chose to go the high road, a little more expensive road, and put the best ingredients in that I could possibly find.
Very good.
I think we've done a good job with it.
And I think you can taste the difference. I'm definitely a believer.
Thank you.
Taste the difference. Well, I noticed on your website you touch a little bit on the health benefits of healthy oils. Can you say a word about that?
Yes, as a matter of fact, especially the grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil has been shown in studies that it moderates both blood pressure and cholesterol. They're doing further studies on liver regeneration with it. It's a very heart-healthy oil, as is the olive oil. They're both very high in mono and polyunsaturates, which are the good oils. And you almost can't have too much good oil in your diet. I mean, if you're drinking it, if you're having way too much, but several tablespoons a day is certainly okay.
And that's a good thing, because you could eat that much of this stuff.
Yes, it is pretty good. And I also use a very nice Greek extra virgin olive oil around my kitchen for when I don't want to use my flavored oils, and I actually take at least 1 tablespoon of that right out of the tablespoon every day as part of my health ritual.
Leslie, do you have any other questions about the oil specifically?
Maybe, Jenny, you were reading the other day about how people can claim to be extra virgin and have these pure oils, but really they're not.
Very good question. As a matter of fact, I just finished reading 2 books, both of which are absolutely fascinating if you're interested in olives and olive oil at all. One is called Olives by Mort Rosenblum, and the other one is called Extra Virginity. And unfortunately, that author's name slips my mind right now, but that's a new book out. They both delve very deeply into the fact that there are some producers overseas that blend oils other than olive oil and sell it under the guise of being olive oil. My suppliers out of California have been to the production facilities that they buy their oil from, my oil from. They have been very closely involved with blending the 3 varieties of oil. I just have the very highest respect, and I'm very confident of their ethics. I'm very confident that they're doing things properly, and that's really all we can do is be sure that we're very confident and comfortable with the people we're working with, that they're doing the right things.
And that's true all over our food supply.
Yes.
The more you can talk to the people who are producing the foods that you consume, the better you can feel about it. We're on GMO-free Idaho. Can you say a word or two about what you feel about GMO specifically, and what your opinion is on that?
It scares me. Where can this whole GMO thing go? I mean, genetically modified organisms, you can, corn is a fine example. Once things are modified and you've got one crop on that side of the fence that's GMO and a crop on this side of the fence that's non-GMO, there's going to be some cross-pollination. Where does it stop? I've not read as much on it as I would like to, and I'm awfully glad that we've made an acquaintance, so now I can become more informed. But the little bit that I have read, there have been studies that I believe it's poultry and pork that were the second generation that had been fed strictly on GMO diets have trouble reproducing. Their reproductive rates are drastically reduced. I mean, that has to tell us something right there, that this is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you had mentioned a little bit earlier that there are 50-some countries in the world that either have outlawed GMO products or crops or have very strict labeling requirements. And I think it's very important when I pick up a product off the shelf for me to be able to read the label and determine if it's something that I want to put in my body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the questions I'm going to ask when reading labels is, hey, is this a GMO product?
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be required to be labeled.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we really appreciate getting together and talking to you about your food, and we love connecting people here in Idaho with local business owners and local food producers, and we're excited to share your product with our audience.
And we're happy to know that it's free of GMO canola.
Yes.
I'm very happy to know.
So, not a GMO on these labels.
Awesome.
Thanks. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I love what you're doing, and I hope you can get the word out that GMO is not the way to go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thanks.